Hey guys, it's Mari. I have another 12 by 12 scrapbooking process here for you today. I'm working with the gorgeous November kit from Felicity Jane, and I'm just taking one of the pattern papers from that kit and using a cut file from the Silhouette Design Store to create part of the title for this layout. And I just want to give a shout out to Amanda at the Beauty Lounge. She is the lady that did my nails and I really love them. I actually had them done with shellac, and I think it was an Orly polish that she used on them in, I'm not sure what color, but you can see it's kind of a really deep purple and I really love it. Anyways, thanks Amanda, you're awesome. I am going to use some of these Project Life cut aparts here for backing my photographs, and I have just printed my two photos in, I think 3.5 by 2.5, something like that. So they're not quite square. They're a little bit longer than they are wide. And I've printed them both in black and white. Now I should have adjusted the brightness on them a little bit because they are kind of a little bit dark, but they do look a little bit better in real person or in live person, whatever you want to call it, than they do on the camera here. So I'm just taking these Project Life cut aparts here and I'm going to back my photo onto those, or back my photo with those, I should say. Now you'll notice that the love title is going to be a little bit over to the left of the photos, and I just decided that I wanted to keep that red Project Life card behind the photo on the right. So I'm taking a little bit of golden light molding paste, and I'm going to just run it across this stencil, this Tim Holtz stencil. I think this one's called Bubbles maybe. And I'm going to use that to create another mat for my photos. And if you have followed me for a while, you know that I love to use mixed media on my layouts as often as I have time to. It can take a little bit more time if you're adding some mixed media to your project. So, but today I just felt like getting a little bit messy. And so I just took that molding paste and I put that down. And now I'm just taking some white heavy body acrylic from Liquitex. And I'm just dry brushing that on across my texture. So I just like the way that looks, and it's going to provide a nice subtle layer behind my photos. So now I'm going to take some golden paint in gold, and this is going to be gorgeous splattering here. I don't know if you'll really be able to see it that well, but it's rather than just using a mist, what this does is it just adds up quite a bit of texture with your splatters. And when you use your block like that in a paintbrush, you have a little bit more control over the size of the splatters that you're getting. So if you add a little bit more water, your splatters are going to be obviously a little bit bigger. And if you don't add as much water, the splatters will be smaller and chunkier, so thicker. You'll get more of a raised splatter on your paper. And I like the way that looks, and that gold is gorgeous. So I just put that down now. It's dry, and now I'm going to just start fussing with where I want my photos to go for sure, and that title. I like how that looks. And I'm thinking about adding this black and white heart paper as a frame around the layout. So you'll just see me taking that. I'm actually going to gut it. I will size my blue paper down there, and then I will back that onto the heart paper. I am really tired. I don't know if you can tell that I'm just a little bit draggy with this voiceover. I'm so sorry. I feel like I've been neglecting my YouTube channel lately, and so I just wanted to get a video up here tonight and share this layout with you. I just got my November and my January kit today, so I was really excited to use the kits, and I decided just to use some of the November kit here today. And I'm using photos that I took at Christmas time. So what I'm documenting here is at Christmas, both of my kids came home with their Jordan with his girlfriend and Bailey with her boyfriend on Christmas Day. And Jordan and Paul got home first, and I was making homemade noodles. And homemade noodles are a tradition in our family. My grandmother was born in Topeka, Kansas, and the tradition that she brought with her from Kansas, one of them, she brought a whole bunch of great recipes with her. And one of the things that we do every year is we take a chicken and we boil it to make our own broth, and then we make our own handmade egg noodles. And we cook the noodles in that chicken broth, and then we cut up the chicken and add it in with the noodles and the broth, and they are delicious. So Jordan and Paul got home in time to help me make the noodles, and that's what I'm just documenting about here. I don't know if you can, how well you can see in that photograph, but my island was literally covered with noodles. So we had tons. And just to get back to the layout here, you probably noticed that I added a little foam dot behind each of the edges of that, or the one edge of each of the photos, just to pop up the edge so that the edge comes up off the layout a little bit, to give it a little bit more dimension. And to create some more of the title here, I'm just using these gorgeous Maggie Holmes letters from the Gather collection. Those are my all-time favorite letters from 2016. Gorgeous. Now I'm just taking a black pen. I'm just adding a little bit of a border around the edge here. And now I am going to, you can see I finished up the title there, Love Making Noodles with the Fonz. And the reason why I put the Fonz is because the way that Jordan is posing in this picture, because he is silly and he never takes a picture without doing something silly in it. Anyway, so now I'm just taking one of those tags from the November kit, and I'm just putting it behind each of the photos. So I cut it in half, put one half behind one, the other half behind the other, and I took a little piece of that acetate from the kit and put it underneath the Fonz. That's that little red strip of acetate there. I also added a flare button up at the top, and now I'm just going to back that with one of these little square sticker pieces, and I've got another little acetate heart up at the top. And oh, this is a great kit to work with. I really enjoyed it. All kinds of goodies in there. And let's see, what else am I going to do here? I'm just going to get those things stuck down, and then I am going to do a little bit of journaling on here, and I am going to be almost finished. Oh, I decided I was going to add a little bit of black splattering, and you'll see that in the next little chunk of video here, and then my layout will be done. So I hope I made a little bit of sense. I hope I was slightly coherent, because like I said, I am tired. It's 11 o'clock p.m. here my time, and I am soon going to head off to bed, but I did want to just get this finished. I'm going to be gone this weekend. My beautiful niece we're having a bridal shower for her in the city, or her sister's hosting a bridal shower for her in the city. My son plays violin in an orchestra in Saskatoon, and his concert is Saturday night. My sister is going to be home from Ottawa this weekend, so I have a ton going on, and I'm really super excited. So I wanted to make sure to get this video up before I head out for the weekend. So you can see I'm just adding a few more bits and pieces and details there onto the layout, just to create a little more texture behind the photos. And I'm just going to add this paper over top of my layout before I splatter with some black, so that I don't get it all over my photos. Just watering down this black paint. This is more, it's more of that same acrylic black paint from Golden. And I'm just going to add that on here a little bit in that same method, using that block and a paintbrush. I've just thinned it down a little bit. And these are fluid acrylics, so they are already a little bit juicy. You don't have to add too much water to them. That's my layout for today, guys. Stick around for a few still shots, and I will see you next time. I'll see you next week back on my channel here. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you again. Have an amazing day.